Well, you can file this under strange but true. 3 FBI agents are being fired because one gave a Three Stooges-style noogie to a federal prosecutor. Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, workplace bullying, no laughing matter. It's growing at such an alarming rate that lawmakers are getting involved, and researchers say the emotional toll is costly to the employee and the business.
Oh, good morning, Miranda.
You've seen it in the movies.
Pick up my shoes from Blahnik and then go get Patricia.
Who's that? Go girl! Go girl!
And according to a new survey, nearly 40% of American workers have witnessed workplace bullying in real life. Ruth was bullied at work, fought back, and was put on administrative leave.
She would follow me in the hall. She would follow me to the bathroom. It really became a large harassment.
That's when she started the Workplace Bullying Institute to get people talking.
I had no one to talk to. I had no one that understood. It goes on, but it's not recognized. People need to become aware. They need to become aware this is happening because it's kind of a silent epidemic.
72% of bullies are bosses, and women are more likely to be victims than men. But women can be bullies too, and those who are 2.5 times more likely to target their own kind over a man.
When women bully other women, they do it because these women are a threat to them.
But there's been progress. Anti-bullying legislation has been introduced in 13 states since 2003.
It is more common than sexual harassment. Bullying is not against the law, and because it's under the radar, people get away with it.
Big numbers. Almost 4 in 10 of us are dealing with this, so we need some answers for that. We, of course, go to GMA Workplace contributor Tori Johnson. Tori, always a pleasure. So if you're out there, you're working in the office, what's the line in the sand between a domineering boss and a bully?
It's definitely not when somebody is simply critical of your work or they don't like you. You know, no one has to like you, but it's when their words and their actions are designed to intimidate, belittle, diminish you, and to really harm you professionally.
So give me some 4 examples. What are some telltale signs that this is in fact a bully?
Making humiliating comments. So you have an idea in a meeting and I smirk dismissively at you, or I tell you that it's a dumb idea in front of everybody. Excessive yelling. It's okay for a boss to be upset with your performance, to complain that you're always late, but a screamer, not acceptable. Undermining your work status. So by that I mean withholding critical information that I know you need in order to get your job done. Maybe I don't include you on email distributions, or if I do it once, probably an oversight. If I do it all the time when I know you need this information, or I don't invite you to meetings, that's a sign of a bully. And you know, all of these things have negative health effects because the reality is a lot of people are suffering mentally and physically. If you know that you feel sick to your stomach at the thought of going to work every day, or your blood pressure is rising and there are no other explanations for it, possible sign that you are a victim or a target of bullying.
And a terrible situation because especially now, people need their jobs. They're bringing home the bread for their families.
Absolutely.
And they have to deal with something. They feel powerless because they're the boss. So what can you do?
What can you do? There's a few things. The first is, whenever possible, stop it in its tracks. Nip it immediately. And by that I mean, if someone's talking to you in a way that you're not comfortable, you can stop them and say, please don't speak to me that way. I'm professional and cordial to you. I expect the same in return. The other is to walk away. You know, unlike small children who have to deal with a bullying or intimidating parent and you sort of just have to sit there and take it, in the workplace you don't. If someone is talking to you in a way that's making you uncomfortable, get up and walk away. You can excuse yourself. You don't have to make a scene. Excuse me, I have to go to the restroom. I have to get a drink of water. I have a call I have to take. Something that enables you to get up and walk away from it. The other is to confront the bully calmly. And you can really only do this if you feel that you can maintain your composure and that you're not going to get emotional. But by saying, here are the incidents that have occurred that have made me uncomfortable, I'd like to put a stop to this. The other is always to document the abuse. Having that track record is so important because many times people feel like they're being told, oh, this is petty, you're thin-skinned, get over it. And those are, you know, emotional issues. But when you have the facts, the when, the witnesses, the why, the where, all of that written down, then facts, especially if you're going to go to a manager or a higher manager or someone in HR to complain, facts are much harder to dispute than emotions.
It's more than opinion now.
That is exactly right. And that's really what you want, so that someone can't dismiss you as petty.
Now, hopefully, something that is evolving in the workplace is human resources. And hopefully the boss, even though if they're a bully, they're smart enough to know to pick up on the signals that they're going too far. Hopefully they stop.
Absolutely. And if you're witnessing it, if you see this happening, say something. Don't let your colleagues suffer in silence.
Tori Johnson, great tips as always.